Chapter 14. The Ego and the Higher Self. Two voices on the path to truth. The ego, the mask we wear. The ego is not evil. It is a necessary psychological structure that gives us a sense of identity and survival in the world. It says, I am this body, this name, this story. It defines itself by separation. Me versus you, success versus failure, right versus wrong. It was born from the need to belong, achieve, and protect. In childhood, the ego helps us navigate danger and develop identity. But in adulthood, it often becomes limiting, defensive, and fearful, clinging to control and resisting change. Signs of the ego in action. Taking things personally, needing to be right, fear of rejection or failure, attachment to titles, roles, appearances, defensiveness and judgment. The ego fears the unknown because it cannot control it. It fears love because love requires surrender. The higher self, the silent knower. The higher self is your eternal consciousness, your soul beyond personality. It is the quiet, expansive presence that remembers you are already whole, already enough. It speaks through intuition, peace, inner knowing, and compassion. Where the ego compares, the higher self accepts. Where the ego reacts, the higher self observes. The higher self sees all things, light and shadow, as sacred parts of a larger truth. It is connected to the collective, the divine, the source of your being. When you hear a voice say, let go, trust, be still, you are loved, even now. There is meaning in this. That is the higher self whispering beneath the noise. The dance between them. This life is not about destroying the ego. It is about realigning it to serve the higher self. The ego drives the vehicle. The higher self holds the map. Spiritual awakening is the process of noticing when the ego is leading in fear, returning to the presence and peace of the higher self, letting the small self dissolve into something larger and truer. As this inner relationship heals, life becomes less about control and more about flow. Practices to reconnect with the higher self, meditation and breathwork to silence the ego's constant chatter, journaling to observe your thoughts without judgment, inner child work to heal the ego's core wounds, acts of service to shift focus from self to unity, asking in silence, what would love do now? A final insight. The ego asks, what do I need to be safe, seen, and successful? The higher self asks, what is true, loving, and in alignment with my soul? True enlightenment is not about escaping the world. It's about seeing the world through the eyes of the higher self. When the ego bows to that light, peace begins.